uh, yeah, I didn't want to start off with that. I really just wanted to get on here and talk a little bit. I did manage to kind of process some information a little bit after last night's little talk about the Proud Boys scenario, which, uh, if you saw my last podcast, it does make me a bit emotional. It is a partial source of my PTSD and the end result of many events that led to my PTSD. Um, and I will say, in some ways, it was my fault, my own fault. And I openly admit that. In some ways, it is my fault. I can be a sarcastic asshole. And, don't always take into account who's in the room about anything. And, yeah. Mostly talking about in that time frame. Nowadays, it's more so I just say whatever I want, whatever I think is true, or at least my perspective, because I'm allowed. There's nothing wrong with that. I have seen and experienced certain things that have convinced me of certain realities. And it really comes down to where you are when you're born and your environment. So I do proclaim that my sarcasm and demeanor, as far as some subjects go, and people can take it more seriously. It's not funny, Well, in this instance, I was being incredibly sarcastic. It was very obvious. I don't always say what I mean. I'm just saying to make people laugh. Or to have a laugh myself. Sometimes I want to make. It's not always about you. Oh, you've been pulling on this, haven't you? I can already tell. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Just you need to go lay down. Being very needy, and you're probably getting beat up because you need something to play with. He just needs somebody to play with. The other cats are asleep or hidden away from him, and he just has a lot of energy. That's what's going on. He just needs to learn to run around the house. Nice. Trip and Paul both do it. They're both very comfortable with that level of fun, and he has plenty of toys. So many toys. He plays with toys that the other cats don't play with. I can't even get them to play with it, and when I do see them playing with it, it's very rare. Let me share my screen. Anyway, what I was talking about, I was I don't know this. Yeah, I don't know why that was there. It's weird. Silence. What do you mean it's how is it unavailable? That don't make any sense. I have these. Yeah. Heavy Subaruto. And Oni Kanabo. There it is. I should be able to download it again. I purchased it. Do I only get one? Let me do that one. I have a file on here with all my codes. Really? That's what's on here? I can't imagine where it would be. Going back up. No, it's not in there. I guess I lost all those. Great. Some of those were expensive. If you need to know what I'm talking about, I ordered STL files. And I was going to make them. Oh well. I wonder. Let me download Cortana again. No. Is it not available anymore? I know I saw it in the shop. Yeah, that's why. That's why you do that. No longer available. It's not for sale. Every time you sell it, or you sell enough, you relist it as a different item. Makes sense. But it is on here. I did see it. STL. Yeah, I blame my sarcasm on my upbringing solely. I'm gonna add it to cart. My credit card's not working. So I'm thinking of making a big version of this exchange because I just opened it out of the box. I just bought it 2 months ago, so the refund period was over. And I kind of thought that might be the case for at least one of them. It's a Cobra Max, and they're good. They definitely pull out some decent quality. The print speed isn't that bad. I've definitely dealt with worse. I've bought, I think, 6 in total. Maybe 5. And these are 3 of them. And out of the 5, 2 of them came and they were lemons. I did return one of the previous ones. I won't be able to return this one unless I swap serial numbers or something. I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to do that. And then we got another one that I had that I ran the shit out of. I ran the shit out of it. Like I'm gonna run these, and it worked fine. And then I put one file in there. I was trying to make the mask for a mask for somebody. It was a file that involved a mask. One of the characters from Stray, one of the computer guys. I don't know which one, but I tried to print that, and it just wouldn't print it properly. Like something messed up, and then it stopped taking filaments, and I couldn't get the clog out because I'm not familiar with this setup, and I was inexperienced, didn't have the time, and I just got frustrated and got rid of it. Saved up the money to get another one. And then that was the next lemon. I had the first lemon. And then I bought these 3. So 2 out of these 3 worked just fine. It could be how it was sitting in the box. I don't know. But I got a resin printer, and I tried doing that for a while, and I could not get a single print off of it. So that's what usually these are for. Actually, the All Might is even for the same thing. Let me pull up the All Might one. I'm pretty sure I paid for it. Of course, need to specify STL. Maybe it didn't. I do want to get one of those chocobos. That's for me, though. First. All Might's only going to take 2 weeks to print. At most. And that's total print time, assuming I catch it immediately, and then, approximately 2 weeks. All Mights. Some of the prints are faster than others, but since this one's down, this is it right here. I got it off the Thingiverse, so it's free. It's not a bad one. I can't get the 3D image. I can pull it up on here, and then I can show you a better looking one. All Mights. Zero 1. I think that's it. Yeah. No, this isn't it. This would have been the better one, though. Why didn't I do this one? This can't be it. What did I start with? Maybe it's in Blender. Because that's not his hand, is it? This is it. Trying to remember how to control this. But yeah, 7 feet tall in total, including his little hair. So I figure people can take photos with it once it's painted. The pieces I'm having trouble with on the other printer are the shoulder, like the top of the pec, this area all the way around to his back. And then what's on these printer is his lumbar area, his core, and I believe it's the bottom part of his pecs. And what's the other one is his right armpit. So this chunk. And then I got to do his forearms. I have his waist, his groin, both of his legs, both of his shins, and then both of his feet. And I didn't even count the head yet. I haven't even looked at the head in a minute. And I kind of feel like I should have done all that work at the same time because I've been having a hard time finding these files. And if I don't find the exact file properly, I'm screwed. Because then these prints won't line up with the next prints because I had to cut off a random piece. So I've got them all in Tinkercad, except for the face. Don't say. Ooh, a Spider-Man. Spider-Man might be good, but I don't know if it's gonna be good enough. Maybe I just do All Might and then I make a bunch of random small figures. I could do a small Cortana. This is cool. Wow, that would be a good idea. Is it a sexy one? I mean, she's a sexy one. Oh, sorry. I didn't know. I don't want to put nudity on here. I know I'm shirtless. Some of these figures look this. This would be a good print. If I can get this printed off. In time, which I think I can. I mean, this is that character from that game, right? This isn't just some random devil. I hope it's not. What is it? Baldur's Gate 3? I don't know her name. I was looking up the coloring of BMO. And also the Top Trap anime character, because I considered, what if I did a Trap large 3D print? That would attract questionable material. No, that would be too much. I realize it would be too much to do that because most of them are young boys. It would probably be deemed very inappropriate, at least definitely here in Mississippi. So I didn't want to go that far because I thought of doing, I think it's Astolfo, because I looked it up, obviously. And I'd seen them. I'm familiar with some of them through memes. And I was like, well, this might attract the wrong attention. So I moved on from the idea. I'm just stating that. Devil looking woman, Boulders Gate. Carlac. Okay. Yeah, I didn't find any Astolfo stuff, by the way. but I did look to see if there was at least an appropriate level STL file. Because you go to those cons, you're dealing with all types. And I support the trans community. If you want to call yourself a woman, call yourself a woman. Am I going to believe you're a woman? No, I think you're something else. But it always comes down to sexual relations, as in, like, it's more of a, to me, it looks more like a fetish, like you're just into it, and you've made it part of your identity on a level. Like, you don't have to call yourself a woman and want to be considered a woman. I don't think, if you weren't born a woman, I don't want to diss the community in any way, but I wouldn't say it's a firm stance. It's just been my stance for most of my life, and I'm not just being stubborn. I'm inclusive. If you want to do it, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. That's supportive. That's supportive. I don't have to agree with your methodology. I just go, okay, you believe you're a woman? All right. As for being in our bathrooms, that can easily be resolved with just gender neutral bathrooms. And if you're worried about men being in there, I can get it. You were raised that way. This is the girls' locker room. Get out. Of course. You don't want creeps in there. But women do not get the same response if they come to ours bathrooms, and I'm not jealous. Who am I looking up again? Carlac. Yeah. Either that's it. That's the same file. From what I understand, she's a badass bitch. So I don't know anything about the character. I have the game, and I love Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't want to play it this way. I really don't. Like, Cheer and Adventure is cool. I'm cool with that. Is that's not Carlac. I thought it might be a group from. So if I just pick an easy one, like this one, but that's $60. That's going to take a lot of cutting. Sorry, I have a tick. That looks cool. I like this right here. Oh, it's cool. I like this. South thing. A Mr. Green. Yeah. I do like this one better. Out of all of them, this is still my favorite. It's not accurate, but does it have to be? I do want to get into the more NSFW 3D printing. Those are nudes. She's not nude this one. Okay, good. That wouldn't be too inappropriate. Okay. Good thing this is not. You could be 18 and above. You have to authorize your age because they might delete this entire episode because of that one mistake. Let me look at the other ones again. This one's not bad. It looks terribly complicated. I don't think I can get the other. Now we're in the realm of just not being anywhere near Karlak. That I don't think I can get the STL for this. Ooh. This is, I like this print, but that I don't want to do the pillar, but I can't change anything else. And I don't know if I'm going to get a separate piece to cut that out. Transporting that would be difficult. How tall is she? You can look that stuff up. How tall is Carla? Five foot six. If I do it at 5'6", that wouldn't be too bad on this one. It's a digital download. I'll ask my wife and see what she thinks. Because this will have to be somewhere close to 5'9", 5'10" to be somewhat accurate with that floor. I don't know if I'm gonna get this in pieces and it's pieced together, which is usually the case. Sometimes it's not. You get the file and you find out. Huh. You know, the way they have that, I probably could print that a lot easier, the way they have that cut up. Oh, it's $104. Are you serious? Variations. Oh, that's the print. Oh, prints it for you. 30 centimeters. Unpainted. Unpainted. No. No. I don't know if I can get it. Not seeing it. Oops. Excuse me. Oh, cool. An owl bear. I bet I could sell that to some kind of D&D influencer if it was a large copy. I bet they'd buy the shit out of it. some rich. Who would it be? I don't want to say Jake Paul level. He's more appealing to kids, which is weird, but he's young. Whatever. He's Joe Rogan. There we go. Sorry, I drew a blank. Then I spaced out and started thinking about something else. He is their generation's Joe Rogan. There, I said it. Fight me. All right. Well, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that one, so it's this one or the other one. And I think I'm going to go probably with this one because I think it's going to be in the better demographic, and it's going to draw people in because people have weird fetishes that they can't describe. And I am exploiting it. They may not let me show it at all. Or if it is, it's behind a curtain. It might be too voluptuous. So I might have to stick with the other one. I say voluptuous. It's just, you can look at something and not fuck it. This may have been the better one to do. I wish I had chosen this one. I don't know. Who is this? If it's who I think it is. Is it Ray? Is that her name? I don't remember her name. From Bleach. That's not how that goes. That is not right. This was a good battle. This was an amazing fight. Holy shit. God, the artwork. And I thought about doing AOA. I went from traps to AOA. I was like, okay, let's do something else. Strong, powerful woman. I have a whole list. I'm only going to pick one. My wife is, of course, going to choose Cortana. But I thought of Nezuko. Cute little Nezuko. It's an easy print. I could cut that up real easy. And everybody loves Nezuko. Cute little baby. Nezuko. And I've got all the Pokemon. I'll probably buy all these. And I thought maybe this girl. I don't remember her name. Because that comes with a stand. Got the artwork around it. It's strong female character. And there's going to be girls dressed up like her. there, or who want to dress up like her, or who admire her. Just like, oh my god. Everybody loves Aloy. If you play the game, you love Aloy. Do I have Aloy in here? I hadn't decided on an Aloy. That's what it was. Because this is a complicated print. A lot of details in there. Lots of cleanup. So I'm going to put it in the cart. This would be the one that I would want to do. Still might do this one. I think this might be the more appealing one. That would get the teenager spending $5 to get a photo. That's what I'm trying to get. $5 from every teenager that loves anime. And every teenager there loves these animes. They've got $5. They just want to take a photo with All Might. Hey, I just want to take a photo with this girl. You know, of course, it's easy. And then I could sell them. I could show off all my other stuff and get commissions. Maybe some phone calls, and then I can start working on that. And I'll need more printers. Of course, I'll need the workshop ready for that. Which means I'll have to put other bigger projects on hold. And I don't want to turn my house into an entire 3D printing farm. And that's... I think I can fit 2 more printers in this room. Possibly 3. But that's a lot of printers. I don't think I can draw that much power into this room with everything else I got going on. I might as well put this, might as well just be all 3D printers in my office should be out there. I should play video games out there. Which wouldn't be a terrible idea because our dining room area sucks. It's got a dumb chandelier. You know what? I should do that. I should do it before my wife gets back. I don't have the time. I would have to stop broadcasting and start doing all that right now. Be up all night, and I got to be up all day because I got a bunch of stuff to clean up outside to get these levelers ready. Who's that? See, this is the level I would like to go. 3D printing these. And then going to a different kind of con, you know. Sure, take a photo with this stupid sexy cat girl. Weirdo. I mean, this isn't entirely accurate to the outfits, but it's not off. Why do they do this? She's a teenager. Why do they do this? It's obviously they're trying to depict her as older, but the character is not. She doesn't look like this. Anyway, they added this. I hate when people do this, like when they do girls dress up like Dora the Explorer and twerk. I've seen it. It's out there. Stop sexualizing these characters. They're children. Like, they're literally depicted as kids. Which is why I didn't want to do the trap stuff, because a lot of it is usually young boys. I mean, they're all depicted as young anyway. I mean, Nezuko literally goes from looking like a toddler all the way to a full-grown woman in the show. And I wouldn't say that's necessarily inappropriate, but people would make it inappropriate. This is a cute, tasteful photo opportunity with Kid Nezuko. And, people love Kid Nezuko as much as Nezuko is lovable. And now she looks like this, so this is new Nezuko, talking Nezuko, who's immune to sunlight, which it was obvious that was going to happen. There was no way they were going to kill Nezuko in that show. Spoiler alert. This is what she looks like now. She's got bigger eyes and she can talk, and she hasn't been able to for a very long time. I'll get this all paid for once I figure out what's going on with my account. This would be cool. This would even be cool. It's already printed. There she is. What's her name? Reika? Is it Reika? Reika? I like this. That would be kind of cool, but not very relevant nowadays. It says files. How many files? This just doesn't make any sense. To me, it just seems like they couldn't capture it, but also copyright infringement. Disney will go after you. Do not do anything Disney. They will fucking kill you. That would be cool. People would like a Bakugo. That is not a full Bakugo. I like Bakugo. This is a full Bakugo. Okay. But I don't want to just stick with All Might or just that theme. could hyperfixate on it, I could probably get all of these done really quickly. And these 3D printers are relatively cheap. This one's like $5.50 right now on Amazon, and really it's the filaments that's more of the issue, because that's pretty expensive. I just haven't taken the time to figure out how to work out my grinder. That's going to be a warehouse project. These are almost done. The armpit is at 89%, and the core is at 92%. Not bad. I thought this was that guy from Demon Slayer, and I was going to do him. This would probably be a good one, too. I don't know who this is. We have to cut out all the bottom. Who is it? Sukuna? Is he popular? Oh, no. Kuna bio. Wiki fandom. Okay. Looks like he's got some interesting power of some kind. That's the right guy. Doesn't look like the right guy. I guess, maybe. It's different hair color. I have a lot of photos. Is he a bad guy? A demon with 4 arms, a two-faced spirit. He takes the appearance of his former host. Okay, with pink spiked hair slightly pushed up front. Tattoos, lines on the forehead, nose, cheeks, and body. So that's the second pair of eyes underneath his normal eyes, which are usually closed. Now he takes the appearance of his new current host. Okay, but with uniquely styled black hair. So I don't know what color to paint him. Selfish, cold-hearted, immoral, and exceptionally sadistic. So he's a bad guy. Okay. think I'm going to end up going with Nezuko first. I had always wanted a very large Bulbasaur. And I do want to print a lot of the Pokemon. 120 of them. But I've got to get better at post work. Post work's not easy. I don't intend to make it perfect at all. People freak out about lines and stuff, and they end up paying tens of thousands of dollars for these things. Like, nah, man, just get you a basic 3D print. Just paint it. I don't mind lines. I mean, if it wasn't really ugly print, like it came out terrible, looking nothing like the final product. But you saw my BMO. He's BMO. For all intents and purposes, he's BMO. He's obviously painted. That's how you do it. You can always sell blanks. Paint it yourself. I mean, I've never really watched Adventure Time. The episodes that I did watch, the episodes that I have watched were very. I think I've only watched one full episode, probably maybe 2 or 3. I did like what I saw. It definitely would have appealed to me if I was younger, and I just saw an error on here. I'm hyperfixating on fixing, but I don't care. He's got some scratches from post print on here that I'm not going to sell this, but I am going to put it on display in my house. I can take a photo of it. But as for getting things perfect on it, it's BMO. Someone's going to look at this and be like, $40 for BMO. It's not 200. No. Not that I got to pay $40 for this one, and I don't think I could print it any better. I would have to cut it up to make it easier. That's not a bad idea. I am not too impressed with that BMO. I do feel like I made a dumb mistake. It was the first print that I pulled off in a long time. Forgot how to deal with some post-removal process and got frustrated at some point and broke it. I didn't break it. It's not broken. It is fragile. It's good for a shelf display. It's not a toy. It's not meant to be a toy. It's not to be played with. It's meant to sit on your shelf and be a shelf decoration. For $40 to get something like that, I might pay it. I might just decide it's not worth it. So a lot of it is how easy I can make these prints. And BMO would need some cutting up for sure. And that would make things a whole lot easier to deal with. Owlbear. Some D&D nerd would buy this. Definitely adding to cart. I could probably sell it to a local tabletop game place. They would be like, dude, we need one of these in the store. Or maybe a fractional size. Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon. That's not the right outfit. No, definitely. Is it? Is this? Is there two? Is that okay with clothing on? All right. So she's clothed. It is Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon is popular. All right. We got plenty to choose from. Now that I just saw Sailor Moon, that would attract the older generation, especially the older females. They may not allow this Sailor Moon. Maybe they think this is too provocative. And not. I mean, that skirt's a little short, but it is accurate. If I remember correctly. Comes in pieces already, so that'll make printing easier. How tall is she? Make her just stand like the issue. Balance wise. 4'11". Okay. That's short. Not a lot of filament. I would definitely attract some kind of pervert. Can you print this for me? I'll be like, yeah. I don't want to know. for my daughter. Sure. Sure it is. I'm just going to talk to them just like that. Sure it is. And if they walk away, then it wasn't. But I don't want to turn away business. That would be a short print time too. She does come with a stand. So I'll be able to transport her. Eventually, at least. Trying to draw in everybody that goes there, you know. I've got my teenagers already. It was All Might. I think that'll attract boys and girls of that genre. Sailor Moon would definitely attract older females. There's always people that dress up like one of the Sailor Scouts. I shouldn't be broadcasting this at all. Too much information on here. You know what? That card expires at the end of the next month, so. And nobody's watching. Expiration date 01/2024. We'll definitely get to Cortana eventually. My wife will insist on that. I still think it's Sailor Moon. Nezuko. It still more of attracts teenagers. Printing children does kind of, I don't know. It's still just the same teenagers. I cut them up into $5 per photo shoot session for 5 minutes. Per print, per statue. I would have to get somebody to work as a photo person. I do think I would be a rather popular attraction, at least in this small place. This is again more teenagers. This would attract the older generations. The Bulbasaur, those are small. I'm going to keep those small. I don't want them to be large. Take a picture with the Bulbasaur. Life-size Bulbasaur. This would sell somewhere. I could sell one of these. That would be a big one, though. That would be as big as All Might. So it would take too long. Bigger than All Might. It's too complicated. Still could be too complicated. This one I think I could do well with. This one probably comes in pieces. I'm assuming comes in pieces. If it comes just like that, I might be screwed. Because that's a lot of cutting. It's only $2. This is a lot of cutting. But she's small. I can make her small. So I'll just make a small one. She's digital. I can make her any size. I don't think enough people would come for Nezuko. I do think this would attract older generation women. Karlach just might be easier. She could be more complicated. That hair and the horns. She would probably take a really long time to print. So I need to worry about print time. Nezuko, I could probably print off very quickly. So I still might do a Nezuko. So I'll have 3. Sailor Moon, though. I could, like I said, I could print this off really fast. The painting, it looks rather cartoony. Printing would be easy. Her being slimmer definitely makes things. I need to do that. Definitely don't want to be staring at her panties. She's a teenager. Slim frame. Curvature might be difficult. And it's still a balance issues. But having those open spots for me to insert the head and the arms, definitely helpful. Definitely helpful. These are cute. Those look like really easy prints. And I think people would love the shit out of them. We downloaded digital STL. It'd probably take a few days to print, but painting would probably be easy. The eyes are funky, but accurate. I don't know how I would paint that, though. It's almost too cartoony, but it is an extra cartoon here. Old style. Classic anime. I might have to get my wife to paint in the details on this one. I guess it is short. It is accurate. Fighting evil by moonlight, living love by daylight. Is it really censored though? Not sure. No, obviously not going to show it. Maybe it is. It's a body pillow. Our wife says she wants a body pillow of card. I hear everybody hates this girl. That Beauty and the Beast is. Kim Possible, another teenager. That's another one. That's going to be a difficult paint to get it to look nice. I'm not sure how to deal with that. You might have to print the face first, do some tests, see if it's even worth it. Once I get my 3D printing tools, I got to figure out what's going on with my credit card, and I'll get the 3D printing tools that I need from Amazon, and I'll be able to clean up Schmebulok the way I need to clean them up with the tools I need rather than the tools that I have. So I did clear a lot of the supports off of him. He did have a lot of tree supports, and for the most part, everything came out pretty good. You know, he looks really good. He's got obvious lines. You know, he is 3D printed. That is what it is. But he's an appealing. It's appealing. I don't think I've shown him yet. Schmebulok. My favorite Gravity Falls character. He is the character that made me love that show, and he's in the first episode. It's great. If they didn't have Schmebulok, I would probably not have watched episode 2. I was advised to watch it. By someone. They were quoting the cartoon, like, you should look it up, see what it is. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These are the tools I need. These are the filament. I'm waiting. This one should show up today. And then I should have all of them. 3, yeah. You only gave me 3. Oh, okay. All right. The first one had 4. The first one had 4. It's sitting out there with the other printer because I used it to prop up the other spool. I got 3 more coming. This is for my rabbits. That's right. It says the home butcher. I bought a gun to butcher my rabbits. That's how I'm going to do it. Quick shot to that. Boom. Dead. Bought a scythe and couldn't get it. I didn't know how to use it. It kept busting on me. I don't know if it was poorly designed or what, but it didn't work out well. On my grass, this is what I'm going to feed my rabbits and my chickens and make my feed. This is for me. This is when I was going to try to level the house myself with 2 of these. I had no business doing it. Once I realized what was going on, I realized the seriousness of the issue, and I tried to do the structural engineering in my head. I was like, I could make this house topple over on top of me while I'm underneath, and I have no one else to watch me. I'll be here by myself. So if I'm off at all, or yeah. The computer I bought. These are the it's specifically designed for leveling a crawl space. Support beams, and I even got these, which these were surprisingly. All of this was surprisingly expensive, not inexpensive. But if I lifted the house the wrong way and it started leaning over, I could cause more damage to the house. And the way this guy that I've been talking to seems to know what he's talking about. So the more I talked to him, the more I was convinced that he knew what he was doing, but I knew he was trying to swindle me out of some extra money anyway. It's either you lose the money, because they don't want to lose the business. When I start going, no, I'm not paying. No, I don't want that. I thought I already paid for that. I'm like, why do you need this? And suddenly it's like, oh, well, we have to rent it. And I'm like, you should have this equipment already. Like, and I called their bluff, and I think it worked. They got the last little bit about money about it out of me, and they're gonna be here Saturday, supposedly. I have this cage. This is the cage I had Cloud in when we first moved here, so that he wouldn't be running around in bad parts of the house. And I couldn't keep him in it. He's too strong. These are all their new toys. This is for my punching bag in my gym when I get my warehouse up and ready. I'm not going to fall asleep anytime soon. This is how I'm going to make my pellets, my feed pellets for my chickens and my rabbits. These are the headphones I'm wearing right now. This is the screen you're on. And this is the Creality CR30 3D printer. I do hope I don't have any issues with this one, but I do intend to print large swords, make that a service as well. Should get it up and running, but where I could put it right here, but then I couldn't open this door. And all I need is one cat to fuck with it. Get the sailor mode off here. Nezuko first. For sure. For sure, Nezuko. And while one of the other ones is printing, whatever it is I decide, probably Sailor Moon. I don't have anything for. I have All Might, you know. I can try for Goku. I didn't have enough time. I don't think I have enough time for Goku. It's how much time I can focus on it. I got a lot. I got to focus on now. I need to start working. I want to make the most of it. I may just be like, hey, wife, while you're here, take care of the house. It's your job. I got to work for a while. You know what I mean? I got to make sure I get this stuff done. So I got to handle my business. Put the cart before the horse. Can't be the same jokester with you. Oh, it's so. See, it doesn't matter. That's right. That's right. I know. I'm fucking with you. No. I like this. It's cute. I'm out. I'm out of words. So, blog.